comic spot. How are you doing tonight? I know it's nighttime somewhere, maybe not in America. So today I started having a cough. Today we have an esteemed guest here with us, Anna Tirat-Gefen. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yes, you did.
Oh, good. You're going to love her. I'll get to her introduction in just 1 minute. But I just want to remind you guys, go to my YouTube and subscribe. It's comedian. I just ate a pretzel. I'm not dying. It's comedian Linda Marcus Smith. These interviews that I do are for you at home, so you can get to know who comedians are off stage, what they're really like in real life, so you can say, I wonder if I even like Anna. I wonder if I want to go and watch her do comedy. What is she really like? Well, this is your chance. So sit back and watch Anna and I get to know each other here as if we met at a coffee shop. So let me read you the introduction that I have that she sent me. 1 little second. Okay. Anna Tirat-Gefen, comedian, is on YouTube. Comedy by Anna is the name of her YouTube, and her Facebook page is Comedy by Anna also. Anna Tirat-Gefen is a stand-up comedian, an immigrant from Ukraine. Yes, a full-time working mother of 5 children, a wife, and a rocket scientist. Anna lives, works, and performs in the greater Washington, D.C. area. She has performed at Flappers, Gotham, Broadway, and local Maryland and Washington, D.C. venues. Anna's hobbies include catching up on sleep, taking walks, cooking, reading, and writing. Anna is also a published designer of crochet patterns, and yet an unpublished poet. To learn more fun facts about Anna, see her interview in the Culture Spot MC online publication Comedy as a Second Language Finds the Funny in Immigration. Oh, I'd like to hear that. To hear more about Anna's creative process, see her Instagram live interview with Kim Lavone of Improbable Comedy. To learn how Anna started in comedy and why she keeps doing it, see her interview with Rich Modzel of Try It Out Comedy. To learn about her Ukrainian comedic side and her support for Ukraine, listen to Anna co-host Grassroots Comedy Podcast episode 7, Supporting and Laughing with Ukraine with the U.S.-the Ukraine Foundation. And now for the esteemed guest of the hour, the best one I could find for this hour. Anna is here to talk to you herself. Anna Tirat-Gefen. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Linda. Thank you for having me here today.
I'm very happy to have you. First of all, I want to extend to you my sincerest condolences about what is happening in Ukraine. Let's discuss it. It is horrible, horrible. It's horrible to watch. You feel helpless. What can we do to show our support? What are some things Americans can actually do other than feel bad about it? I'm sick of feeling bad about it. I want to do something.
So thank you for this, Linda, and thank you for asking this question. And I think America is already, as a country, and Americans as citizens are doing a lot. And I know there are many Ukrainian refugees and temporary protected status people coming here by different programs. So I think if somebody wants to do something, they can find the local organization that helps them get acclimated to the country, find jobs, and maybe just befriend the family, be available to answer questions, welcome them, especially during this time of winter holidays when they probably miss their country and their family. Invite them to your homes, give small gifts, answer questions, help with employment. So this kind of one-to-one personal welcome, I'm sure will be very appreciated.
Fabulous. I'll do that today. So talk to me about you coming to America. Let's hear
So,
that story.
yeah, I came to America when I was 17 years old with my family. And we came as Jewish refugees from Ukraine just at the time as the Soviet Union was falling apart.
Yes.
And my family settled in New York area. I finished high school here, went to college, and started my adult life here.
Wonderful. I'm part Jewish.
Oh,
So welcome as as an American, as a part Jew, welcoming you. How have you enjoyed your transition from the Ukraine to America?
so I have some jokes about this too, but on a serious note, is Americans assume that everybody who comes to America wants to be there most of all and don't like their country. And I think the truth is always more complicated. Many people who come here, they have no choice. Many people who come here do want to be in their country, but they can't for various circumstances. And it's just adopting this kind of more world-centered point of view would help in understanding. I think where I live in the Washington, D.C. area, there are a lot of people who are well-traveled, who know a lot of immigrants, and who, have a more rounded view of immigration and of immigrants. But it's not true everywhere, because everybody is a patriot of their own country. Everybody who grows up, wherever they grow up, they sincerely believe that theirs is the best place in the world. And so did we, even growing up in the Soviet Union. So if you meet somebody from China, Iran, anywhere, don't be surprised that they believe their country is the best country in the world, and they're grateful to Americans, but their world is not America-centered.
That's right. Absolutely. I get kind of tired of Americans saying we're the best country in the world. First of all, are we really? And how are you basing that? So you're setting yourself up that you're above everybody. I don't know about that. Seems pretty arrogant.
Well, America is a very special country in many respects.
Sure.
But there are positive and special things about other countries and cultures also. They maybe not be the same, and there are things here that I really appreciate, like freedom, the ability to elect our representatives, feeling like you matter and you can change things. So what we call kind of functioning democracy and functioning legal system, mostly.
Yes. Yes. Have you ever met President Zelensky or seen him do comedy?
No, I haven't. I think
I would die to hear him. I would die to hear him just tell one joke.
My husband, actually, who is not Russian or Ukrainian at all, he told me he's watched some YouTube videos of his acting. He was a comedic actor, and not all of it was clean, so to speak, according to him. But I think when I left Ukraine, President Zelensky was still a child.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow.
Yes.
Who would have ever thought of that? So what are some jobs that you've been able to do in America that you think are crazy jobs? Like you come here, and I know a lot of times people come to America and they take jobs because they have to have something for income. Like growing up, I had crazy jobs. There's some crazy jobs in America. Like I've, roller skating and bringing people hot dogs and hamburgers to their car. I've done that. I've been
That's
fired from
insane.
so many jobs, you have no idea. So have you had some crazy jobs?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. When I came here, I was still a dependent child. So I think that mostly fell to my parents, who are very educated, the engineers, and they were able to find engineering jobs. Um,
Good.
no, it was not very simple for them, but I felt, they supported me. But we did get some interesting jobs. I worked through college at the work study program. And I think one job that was a mistake is I signed up to work in the library because I like to read. And I thought, that's perfect. I'll just sit in the library and I'll get paid for it. And that's not what it turned out to be. It was the most boring and dirty job because I had to go in the dusty stacks and sort books that nobody ever wanted to see. So don't work in the library if you like to read. That's my lesson.
Oh, one time I had a job at the airport and I was in charge of the books. And everybody would come into the airport gift shop and ask me what book they should buy. That's like picking out a diamond ring for somebody, like how am I supposed to pick out the right book for you? I don't know you. I don't know what kind of, how, go find it yourself. Yeah, there's crazy jobs, crazy jobs. So what's the funnest thing that you've done in America that you never thought you'd be doing here?
Oh,
Comedy.
well, yes, that's one of them. That's one of them. And you know what? It's a good one because to think about this, that I am even though I spent my last 30 years here, I am foreign born. I have an accent and I'll probably have it for the rest of my life and have a different point of view. And yet people are willing to pay to hear me tell jokes and they want to hear my jokes. And if you think about it, that's not possible in every country because there are countries where if you're a foreigner, you yourself may never truly feel part of it and part of the society. And America is not like that. So I guess I never would have imagined that creative pursuits in a different language would be possible for me in a country not of my birth.
That is something else. You said a mouthful there. That's beautiful, Anna. So talk to me about you growing up and becoming a comedian. The transit, what in your life made you decide to make people laugh on a full-time basis?
Well, I always enjoyed jokes and humor, and I was able to crack jokes. And what made me actually do it from the stage is once I went to this women's event at my synagogue, open mic. I went as a just audience, and I saw this woman performing a funny song and a joke routine, and I enjoyed it so very much. And she inspired me to try it next year. I thought I could do that too. And it went well. It was a very friendly audience who knew and liked me. So the first 3 years, that was the only thing I've done comedy-wise. And then one of these women encouraged me to branch out. She gave me lots of compliments. She said that I have great timing and I'm very funny and I should just go and do it. And yeah, so I owe it to them. And also I owe it to another friend of mine who started a little later than I did, but she was kind of more, I guess, driven and goal oriented, and she started performing in the local places. And I kind of thought, well, if she can do it, I deserve a hobby too, because it's very hard to get out of the house with little children and working. You feel guilty leaving them at night. When night is kind of when you see them just a few hours a day. So it was a few things that kind of pushed me out there.
So how have you felt your comedy has been going?
It's, you know, I try to set small goals for myself for every year. I haven't achieved all of them this year yet, but I also try to balance it with my life, and this is really hard. So I think it's going as well as it could with all my other responsibilities. I want to kind of get out more before the end of the year. My goal is to get out there and do something comedy related at least once a month, but no more than once a week. More than once a week becomes difficult. Sometimes I do have a few shows a week and then I have to take a break the next week to kind of catch up at work and at home. But I don't necessarily think going out every night and performing at open mics every night is necessarily would have helped me more. You have to be smart about it. So you have to figure out ways to be efficient with the time you have. So that's what I have to do.
Absolutely. I know a lot of comedians, there's so many opinions. Everybody has an opinion right now. And some comedians are like, you're not really a comic if you're not 3 times a night. It's like, shut up. Let me do what I can do. Sometimes we can do maybe one a week, sometimes one a month. Whatever we can do, whatever's right for us is the right answer.
Yes, absolutely. And I find places that, if I do have such a limited time to spend on it, I have to get something out of it. So I try to use it well. I go to places I enjoy to meet people and network with people I don't know yet. And, places I don't end up enjoying, I don't return to. And yes.
That's smart. That's the way to do it.
Fortunately, yeah, in our area, there are so many choices.
Yes, DC has a great comedy scene, a great one. Yeah. So have you had some people that have really, besides at the synagogue, where was the first comedy club that you went on stage?
So I think the first real show was by a local producer. His name is Kurt Shackelford. He produces a weekly Saturday night show in Bethesda, Maryland for a long time. And he always has a newcomer slot where he gives you 3 minutes. And if you do well, you can do 5 minutes next time and then 10 minutes next time. So that was the first one I ever did. And then the first one where they paid me to do it was actually very soon after that. And this was with improbable comedy producer Kim Levon. She was starting this show for first generation and immigrant comedians. And she gave me very generous time slot and lots of support. And it was in a beautiful venue with a very large audience. And yeah.
Nice.
So,
what's the biggest group you've performed for, Anna?
Oh, I would say maybe 100 people or so.
Nice, very nice. Yeah. That's a great opportunity. That's what we're looking for, to
Yeah.
reach a number of people. And that's once you get to like 75 or more people, if one person laughs, everybody around them laughs. Makes it
Yes.
so much nicer. Do you have any silly story that's happened while you've been on stage?
Mm, not really. No, not
Okay.
really.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's silly. It's kind of sad, actually. I believe I've
Okay.
gotten COVID from an open mic.
You got what?
COVID from an open mic, I believe, because I got sick with COVID this summer. And it happened a few days after that open mic. I contacted the producer just to let her know so she can let know other people just in case. And then she said, well, actually quite a few people got sick after that. So I think that must have been the place, right? So
It happened to me too. There was somebody I hugged, and like a day or two later, I got a message, you might want to go get checked because I just came down with COVID and you hugged me. Sure enough, I got COVID.
oh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what would you like people to do to help your career? How, other than following you on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, where else can we follow you? How can we support your career?
Well, I think that um, it's very good to be kind of open to whatever comes your way. So I don't want to prescribe anything. I would be just happy to explore whatever falls on my lap. That's kind of how I've been playing it most of the time, even though I do have goals. But what I appreciate about comedy, this is not my full-time job. I actually have a full-time paying job that allows me to help support my family.
Good.
um,
You have 5 children.
right, right. So what I enjoy most about comedy is making connections and with people I like, finding common interests and passions. So just the opportunity to network and perform on shows where my humor is appreciated and meet new people, both other comedians and audience members, is what really uplifts me in my comedy journey.
I love you. You have
I
such a
love you too.
simple approach, uncomplicated. I wish there were more people like you.
Well, thank you. I try to tell them to be like me. And even my children don't listen. Especially my children don't listen.
What ages are your children?
They're 18, 16, 12, 8, and 5.
Holy Toledo. That's a lot of children. What's the secret to being a good mother?
I wonder myself.
I adore you. Oh my gosh. If I was in the DC area, I would be your best friend.
You should come and visit.
I'll come and visit.
But you have to tell me in advance so I can put it
I'll
on my
tell you in
very
advance.
busy schedule.
Thank you so much for coming on to Comic Spot. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. You have no idea. So many, and I'm going to reach out to the Ukrainian. What would I Google if I want to help some Ukrainian families?
Well, you can Google refugee. You can Google refugee and immigrant support organizations. You can Google local Ukrainian church because a lot of Ukrainians who are coming from Ukraine, they are, this is a branch of Christianity, kind of like Orthodox Christians. So often, if you're in a big metropolitan area, there may be a church they come to that kind of helps point to where the needs are. I know there is Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society here that helps all refugees and immigrants. So I would start there or just search on Facebook, local immigrant help place.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to do it today in your honor.
Thank you so much, Linda. And I hope to see you in person one day.
Yes, you'll see me in DC someday. I love you.
I love you too. Bye bye.
Bye.